Bonjour kulħadd nilqakom għal episodju ieħor Lovin Daily. During today's episode we'll be tackling various topics. Obviously the updates on the coronavirus in Malta right now. We're going to discuss the businesses' reactions to government mini budget. We'll also discuss a Frenchman who just won't stay home and self-quarantine himself, but just wants to go out and is getting filed for numerous times. We'll also have a follow-up on the tragedy in Aura and a strange story about someone who just doesn't know how to dispose of his garbage. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Paula. How you doing?
Kif inti?
Yeah, so guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're taking a bit of the social distancing thing seriously. We're trying to keep as much space as possible between us. We urge you guys to do the same as much as you can during this quarantine.
It's a serious situation, il-każijiet tal-korona din jiżdiedu minkejja li forsi l-bieraħ kellna aħbar li jiżdiedu b'5 biss, l-awtoritajiet xorta qegħdin jgħidulna isma' l-ar għadu jista' jiġi.
Yes, I mean, it was a bit of a good news in the sense that people might have been expecting more people. The previous day we had 10 new cases. Yesterday we just had 5. These included a 56-year-old Maltese woman, a 64-year-old Maltese man, as well as a 29-year-old Maltese man who had just returned from the UK. But I think a lot of people were expecting a much larger rise. I even saw a graph on Facebook that had predicted 18 new cases yesterday. Only 5, so...
We might have 18 new cases today. I mean, who knows? But the authorities warned for people not to take this lightly and not to think that this is the end of this whole coronavirus saga. In fact, they were specifically telling people not to go out since yesterday was a public holiday. And what did we do? We just... Bil-Malti, ma nafx nistax ngħidha is-saying għax jaf inkun naqra ħamalla, so mhux ħanejda kulħadd jaf x'qed naħseb. Hemm rabja dal-għodu ta' ritratti ta' min il-bieraħ ħareġ bil-mutur, m'hemm xejn ħażin, ħiġ bil-mutur waħdek anzi jagħmel fil-karozza imma gaj dak il-kafè xrittu. Jew nies li marru l-bajja bħal nifirħu għax il-bieraħ ġurnata xemx bħalli kieku f'pajjiżna nitolbu għal ġurnata xemx, għana sa' Novembru bix-xemx, guys.
So that's exactly it. Obviously, yesterday was Feast St. Joseph's, and some people apparently went out to Antufeha, to Jnejna, as well as the Coast Road, and gathered in large groups, something that we are literally being advised every single day not to do. Guys, do not gather in large groups right now. It is not a good idea. It's not the best time for it. Anyway, moving on.
U l-Ministru tas-Saħħa mhux għal xi ħaġa, tant kien ċert li ħajamlu għalli kien ċar għallhom please toħorġux tagħmlu il-picnics.
It's so true.
Għalilkom, ġifieri mhux tgħid forsi di ma toġġ, li għalilkom.
Listen to the experts, guys.
Il-weekend għada. Please.
Now, going back to the economy a little bit.
Yes.
Obviously, this week, the Prime Minister Robert Abella's administration announced a 1.18 billion stimulus package to kind of take the edge of this economic slowdown that we're feeling in the times of the coronavirus quarantine. And now Malta's businesses, companies, as well as some of the biggest chambers and associations have reacted. And the reactions have been lukewarm, to say the least. Everyone from the MEA, MHRA, Chamber of Commerce, as well as individual entrepreneurs have come out quite critical of this new package, saying that it's going to lead to more job loss in Malta. It's going to lead to mass unemployment in Malta even. I mean, what do you make of this, Paula?
Kulħadd inkwetat fuq xogħol u diġà hemm nies li sfortunatament jafu li ħajtilfu xogħolhom u l-gvern irid jagħmel kollox biex jgħin liż-żgħir lil-ħaddiem is-self-employed għaliex daw li ħajjieħdu l-ikbar daqqa. L-ikbar daqqa ġifieri mhux ħajqsulhom il-profitti, l-ikbar daqqa jafu jispiċċaw ma jistgħux iħallsu l-loan tad-dar, ma jistgħux jaffordjaw ix-xirja forsi kif kienet qabel ġifieri noqogħdu attenti. Però John, nixtieq nieħu din l-opportunità biex min forsi għadu mandunax, fi żmien ta' kriżi, il-political ideology ta' dak li jkun, konxjament jew subkonxjament jibda ħirġa. Meta ngħid political ideology mhux Labour u PN, ta' m'għandhomx x'jaqsmu. Imma hija l-political spectrum li forsi konna nitalmu fis-social studies fil-Form 3. Min qed iħoss bħalissa il-gvern u l-prijorità tiegħu għandha tkun iż-żgħir, is-self-employed, il-ħaddiem, l-unemployed, mela dak huwa bniedem li għandu valuri iktar lejn il-left. Min iħoss li le, il-gvern għandu jgħin il-businesses il-kbar biex jibqgħu b'saħħithom u jibqgħu jimpjegaw in-nies u n-nies ikollhom xogħol. Mela hemmhekk inti il-valuri tiegħek ixeqilbu iktar lejn ir-right. Ma jfissirx li min għandu valur xellugi huwa ignorant kif ħasbuni li jiena ignorant għax it-tnejn li għadda u rejt li għandi valur iktar xellugin u ma jfissirx minna ħal-oħra li min għandu valuri lejn il-lemin huwa egoist. Mija, kwistjoni ta' kif bniedem ħares lejn id-dinja. Hija realtà li l-ekonomija tagħna bħalissa kienet mibnija fuq valuri iktar kapitalisti, ġifieri għal din hija xokk kollha, però hija please, kulħadd għandu opinjoni differenti, kulħadd jirrispetta x'inkella nerġgħu nispiċċaw bħal fi żmien minn toffejn kulħadd iħares lejn minnu xellugi bil-blikraħ u ħares lejn tal-hemm. Please, ma naslux semmek. Li qed ninnota però jekk wieħed jara l-post ta' graffiti, hemm ċertu rabja li mhux ta' graffiti biss li qed jirriflettuhom ħafna nies miż-żgħar hemm barra. Li hawn ċertu rabja lejn businesses li fil-boom ekonomika il-businessmen, il-shareholders għamlu tant flus u spiċċaw sinjuruni u l-impjegati kull ma ħadu forsi żieda minima fil-paga tagħhom. U allura din jgħidu le, mhuwiex ġust illi l-burden issa jkun equal. Kif intom ma qsamtux il-profitti tagħkom equally maż-żgħir mal-ħaddiem, melissa intom id-daqqa tridu toħduha iktar mill-ħaddiema. Morru minn taħt intom biex il-ħaddiem issalvaw l-postu. Then again, valuri differenti. Issa naraw il-gvern lejlim naħa xeqleb.
No, that's exactly it. I mean, movement graffiti activist Andrea Kalus did a stunning post on Facebook yesterday, pretty much calling out what he saw as a bit of hypocrisy, that when the sun is shining, everyone's making profits and they're not sharing the profits. And then as soon as a crisis hits, they go running to the government asking for funds and extra help. 2 points I wanted to bring up on this, at least from the businesses side, from their arguments. One of them was, I think, when it comes to staff payroll, I think this is a bit of a big issue, paying staff in this time of crisis. A lot of the arguments were that the stimulus package were more based on loans and debt. Companies who don't have any loans or don't have any debt, actually,
that's a very good point. Yes.
They were saying, listen, we don't need help with our debt. We need help with paying our staff for the next 3-4 months until this crisis is over. That's the first point. The second point was also brought up by some entrepreneurs. They were saying that as far as Malta's fiscal policy has been for the last few years, businesses who were making a profit were urged to reinvest that profit. Hence, they didn't have much of a savings plan going on. So as soon as the crisis hit, you only have 3-4 months leeway. So that's two things that businesses were bringing up. But what I wanted to say to everyone that's watching is, if you are an employee who's at risk of losing your job, maybe your boss has reached out to you and said, listen, you need to sign a new contract. You might need to take 30% less pay, or we might need to let you go. Reach out to us in confidence. Reach out to us at hello@lovinmalta.com or at our Facebook inbox. We want to speak to you. We want to hear your stories.
Corona related imma mill-aspett li uħor dan imbirek Franċiż illi ma jridx joqgħod id-dar. Frenchman has been fined twice with the €3,000 fine and 3 times with the €1,000 fine, so 6, 7, 8, 9,000 euro.
That's a lot of money.
Whoa, guy, get the message.
Stay home, man.
Stay home. Mhux il-Franċiż biss għaliex kellna wkoll żewġ minn nies ta' nazzjonalità Indjana, Taljan u Malti. Mill-inqabdu 11 persuna b'kollox minn 1200 spot check sal-bieraħ fil-ħodu, ġifieri matul il-ġurnata tal-bieraħ saru aktar spot checks min jaf forsi kien hemm min abbuża daqsxejn iktar u għax rid igawdi x-xemx ħareġ ukoll. Naraw mill-updates li ħajtuna llum.
There's a good chance, actually. Exactly. So 11 people have been fined, have been caught breaking quarantine. I mean, I really don't know what they're thinking. It's like, guys, you're putting yourself at risk, you're putting society at risk. There's a chance you're going to get fined thousands. Just stay home. I don't understand that. I mean, we have literally mobilized the armed forces of Malta to help you get food deliveries to your home. There's no reason for you to get out if you're meant to be in mandatory quarantine. But on the flip side, very interestingly, spot checks were also carried out in businesses, bars, and restaurants. And 0 of these establishments were found to be breaking closure laws. So shout out to all the restaurants and establishments who found a way to keep open while also respecting the laws and keeping society safer.
Proset ukoll. Ħana qilbu suġġett kompletament. Dal-aħħar 7 ijiem kellna stabbing f'San Ġwan, kellna nstab katavru f'Santa Luċija u kellna l-mewt murder ieħor ta' Niġerjan fil-Qawra. Mingħajr ma nidħol fil-mertu ta' x'inhu jiġri fid-dinja f'dal-pajjiż tal-aħħar ftit ġranet. L-istorja tal-Qawra l-follow-up li għamlet Lovin Malta, jekk ma tmisslekx qalbek din l-istorja, ma nafx mislek qalbek. Fil-fatt, dal-bniedem li safa vittma was murdered il-Qawra inqatel fl-istess ħin li l-mara tiegħu weldet l-ewwel tifel tagħhom fin-Niġerja.
It's insane. So
Heartbreaking.
This story is incredible. So the murder happened last Sunday. Since then, I think TVM did some incredible reporting, and we reported on that. So basically, 37-year-old Amubi was murdered last Sunday in a silly dispute over who's going to do the grocery shopping and who's going to do the cooking. He was murdered by his roommate, his apartment mate, with one stab to the chest. And as you pointed out, Paula, incredibly, he was murdered at the same time that his wife, Harmony, in Nigeria was giving birth to their firstborn son. In fact, after the birth, she called up her husband in Aura to give him the good news. He was dead, and she ended up speaking to the man who murdered him. Shocking story, absolutely shocking story. TVM spoke to one of their friends, a man named Kingsley, who was there at the time or shortly after the murder. He apprehended the murderer and handed him over to the police. The Nigerian community, the Catholic Nigerian community, are raising funds right now to repatriate the body back to Nigeria and also help raise funds for Harmony, who's now a single mother without a husband to help raise their first child. But as you said, 3 stabbings, 2 murders in the last few days. It's
Dwejja, vera.
quite impressive. I
Situazzjoni ta' dwejja.
can't remember anything like this in my time here.
U problema li qed jintilfu fl-aħbarijiet tal-coronavirus.
It's insane.
Ġifieri fejn sot ikollok qtilu kulħadd ixxokkjat u rrabjat, issa ħadd qas biss qed jagħti każ.
You're so right on that.
Kulħadd interessat mill-coronavirus.
But on a story that unfortunately we seem to have practically every week in Malta, coronavirus or no coronavirus, a penthouse in Msida was caught by its neighbors throwing its big black rubbish bags over its roof onto an abandoned building right below it, like 3 stories below it. It's ridiculous. We have photos. You can find everything on lovinmalta.com of just a pile of garbage piling up next to their penthouse. Like, summer's around the corner. Like, that is not going away, guys.
Biex infemmu naqra, da ġara f'triq il-wiet fejn mill-jidher hemm xi blokka ta' appartamenti fejn il-bravo sit tal-penthouse jew ma nafx forsi s-solar ta' taħtu, insomma, xi solaroli, jgħid flok jinżel mill-lift u joħroġ il-garbage bag barra, ġist qed iwadbu letteralment fuq binja abbandonata. Issa, min li ħajiftaħ il-binja abbandonata biex ineħħi mhux wieħed ngħid tlieta ta' imma xieren ta' garbage bags ma nistax nifhem, ġist vera titkun #kretin.
But it gets better. The story gets better. A neighbor noticed it. A neighbor reached out to them and said, listen, guys, can you stop throwing your rubbish on this abandoned house? And the neighbor just told them to disappear. Quote, to disappear. So, mux tali that they're literally littering next door on their street in front of plain view of everyone. But when people are reaching out to them to tell them, like, listen, guys, have a bit of courtesy. Be a bit civic-minded. Don't litter on your own street. They've told them to disappear.
Kejbla klima. Asnafx but Nate. Emma, that brings us to an end of today's show. Today, I thought today was Monday. No, today's Friday.
No, it's Friday, guys. It's Friday. I mean, we've got the weekend right around the corner. Do you have plans? I mean, what are you going to be doing this weekend?
I'm going to sit on my 4 hours on end because I am obeying voluntary lockdown orders.
There you go.
Thank you tal-li segwejtuna l-lum. Guys, stay safe, toħorġux tilaqu x-xemx, please, u kif ngħidu s-soltu, have a day full of lovin'.
This episode of Lovin Daily was brought to you by Chevo by Wayne.